Boom. All right, today bringing 3 rods. I think I'm going to start off with the popper for a little bit because yesterday I was on a really good topwater bite. So let's throw the BPS popper around a little bit. And then I've got the old speed worm on. Oh, Florida classic tried and true bait. Always works in that blackberry color. Also, I've got the ultralight with me. I've been talking to some people and the crappie bite's been really good. And also the breakfast or snack of champions, the iced honey bun. Get them down. See you guys at the water. It is so pretty out here. This is like a bass fisherman's dream. It's actually a bass boat sitting offshore out over there. But yeah, we're gonna go ahead and throw my trash away. So if I bring that out with me, it's gonna get flung off. All right, got the old Sun Dolphin set up. Anchor in line, ready to go. Bag, little nice little cushion. All right, let's get going. All right, folks, I am very, very excited to get out here and fish. I do a lot of the jobs that I do are on these lakes on the Butler Chain. I've just got to say, they are so freaking fishy. I see so many fish out here on people's docks whenever I'm doing jobs and stuff. It's just the sweetest looking spot ever. Go ahead and set my rods here. It's all wet. Oh, I just filled up with water. All right, let's get going. Now I do have to be mindful of the weather. Supposedly we got some storms coming in at around 3:30, 4 o'clock, so you have to be mindful of that. Give you all a little rundown. These chain of lakes down here, you know, they're natural lakes. They remind me a lot of the lakes back home in North Carolina. They're called Carolina Bay Lakes, and they were formed by meteor strikes like a very, very long time ago. And they look very similar with all the cypress trees. I think this is a Kissimmee grass, I want to say is what this kind of grass is. Well, we have the exact same kind of grass back home in those Carolina Bay Lakes, except those lakes are shallow. These lakes are deep. Like, I'm pretty sure, I was looking at a chart, there's, of all these chain of lakes down here, there's topography maps that you can buy for each one of them. This lake's actually pretty deep. I'm pretty sure some spots it's 30, 35 feet. It's kind of crazy to me. And I think altogether, the Butler Chain, I could be wrong, correct me if I am, is, I think it's just about 10,000 acres total of water. It's nice, there's what, 8 or 9 different lakes on the chain. So it's kind of cool, you get to pick and choose what lake you want to fish each day. Some lakes have hydrilla, some lakes have eelgrass. Oh, you got minnows running right there. Each lake's different. If you want to fish deep, you have lakes that are deeper than others. You know, even though I'm on a kayak, it doesn't mean I can't go out and fish deeper water. It'd just be harder to find structure. But at the end of the day, that's what fishing for. It's figuring out what the fish want. This might be good. I'm gonna turn, kind of let myself drift in a little bit. Actually, I'm gonna tuck in on this side. Here we go. So I'm gonna drop my anchor. Boom. pretty deep here. It's about 8 foot maybe. 8, 9, 10 foot, I have to say. Also, one thing about these lakes down here in Florida, they're so freaking clear. It is so cool. All these lakes around here are so clear. Even if they've got tannic water on them, they're just so freaking clean. I love it. So pretty. I mean, beautiful day. All right, nothing anchored up out there, so I'm gonna tuck up in this super quick, burn the speed worm around this grass. See if I can't pick up a quick fish. Always, whenever you get, if you're fishing around grass and you're casting into the grass line, tip that I can give y'all is whenever you're reeling, like whether if it's a speed worm or you're fishing a wacky worm through the stuff or a frog or no matter what, if you're burning it through the grass, always kill your bait before, like as soon as you get past that line, kill your bait. Stop, don't move it. If it's a topwater, let it just sit there. If it's a plastic of some kind, let it just slowly fall. Because a lot of times those fish that are up in the grass, they'll see your bait and they'll follow it and chase it out, but they won't hit it. They'll just trail right behind it. But a lot of times when you stop your bait right at the edge of the grass, they'll come up and then they'll hit it. It's a little quick tip from Jake. See, like right there, just pulled it through. So I got grass on my bait. There we go. I'm just gonna kill him. Let me do its thing. Kind of surprised the bait is really deep. There's a bass right there, swimming right next to the boat. A little guy though, but a bass nonetheless. So that's a good sign. First fish spotted. Let's get the first fish in the boat real quick though. And the bait for the day is a 1/8 ounce Road Runner. I believe that's an 1/8 ounce with a Bobby Garland shad as a trailer. And it's a 6 foot light action ugly stick, aka the shit stick. Keep myself from getting too close. I'm just gonna sit right here, make a few casts around. Oh, no way. There we go. Here's the fish. Oh, it's a nice bass. There we go. Number one on the old crappie grub. It's like a 1.5 pound fish. Come here, buddy. Stop. Open your mouth. There we go. On the grub. Let's go. I'll take it. Second cast with the grub. Like a pounder. 1.25 pounds. Heck yeah. Alright, get the release on him. So cool. So freaking cool. Alright, let's quietly back up from here, so I don't spook any of these fish. I've been having just the freaking hardest time ever recently trying to catch a freaking bluegill. I just cannot catch a bluegill to save my life, and it's honestly kind of hysterical to me. Because since when is it hard to catch a bluegill? Especially this time of year when they're shallow, and they're going to start spawning soon. Whoops. All right, fellas, it's been a little bit, but I found a little group of fish up here, up along this grass up here. Got one on right now. This bite's been kind of weird. I moved offshore to the offshore piece of grass, or the grass island that's out here. I sat off of it for a little bit. I had 2 fish. I had 2 bites, missed both of them, and then I came up close. I actually just caught one before I turned my camera back on. It was a little guy though. So I'm thinking I'm gonna sit here for a second, kind of work this area a little more. So Yeah, it's been kind of a lull for a little bit since I pulled away from up against the docks over there. I haven't really gotten any more bites, honestly, at all. I trolled my whole little grub from where I was over here. A fish hit it, but I lost it. He didn't feel big. I'm not sure what it was. So, because it's actually surprisingly kind of deep right up against the grass here. Or this grass is actually growing in really deep water. So maybe these fish are using the grass as like a highway. They're sitting down there waiting for bait to come up in front of them, and they're coming out from the grass and ambushing. I don't know. That was literally back-to-back casts, 2 fish. Could have been just like a little cluster of them. So yeah, guys, it's hot. It's actually really freaking hot out here. I'm hearing fish blowing up behind me. Okay, so I have a feeling I'm in a good area. But yeah, when I was paddling off the bank, like out of no man's land, and then there was just a hump of grass below me. So I pulled just off of it. I anchored up. I sat there for probably like 5 or 10 minutes and hooked up on 2 fish, and of course lost them both, my luck. But just kind of paddling around, getting a feel for what the fish are doing. I bet this morning the bite was really good. It's just kind of shitty because it's midday. I think it's about 1:30, 2 o'clock maybe. Water still is pretty cold, but even though the water isn't warm, like it isn't hot, since it is midday, these fish are going to kind of pull off and not be as active as they are during the morning or the evening. Those fish keep blowing up back there behind me. So I think I might work my way around this edge of grass. I'll anchor up at the point to the left of me, and then I'll fan cast out here in the middle of this bay because I keep hearing fish blowing up behind me. That was a nice fish. There's the grass. Ton of grass out here. There could be fish. There he is. A little guy, but a fish is a fish. All right, so I definitely have fish roaming around out here. Oh, and they're still blowing up out there. If they stay like that, I am definitely going to go out there and drop anchor, because those offshore schools I feel like are going to have a better chance at better sized fish. We got minnows jumping right here. Oh my gosh, they're going at it over there, dude. Oh my gosh, they're going crazy. We got birds diving on them, and they just went down. All right, so I'm gonna fish this. I'm definitely gonna stay in the area. Well, I don't know how much I wasn't recording, but I just caught 4 fish back to back to back out here. I think I've found a little school of bass sitting out here. These bass that were schooling up, they're not coming up anymore, but they're sitting out here. So I don't even think I was recording. Damn. But yeah, essentially earlier in the video, I kept seeing these bass schooling out here where I'm sitting at right now. I decided to anchor up, and so far it's paid off. These fish that I kept seeing coming up schooling on bait, you know, an osprey came down and dived on them. They haven't come back up since. But I kind of randomly made a cast out towards that way and caught a fish. So I paddled over here, and the wind wasn't blowing at the time, and I just started getting bites. So I dropped anchor, and I've gone 5 for 4, so 5 bites, 4 fish. Just dragging the speed worm on the bottom. There he is. Got him. He pulled off. I didn't even set the hook. And he took my worm. And this is my last speed worm. So that last speed worm caught me 8 fish. Let's see if I can get a few more on here. Carolina rig out here would work really well. All right, relocate. Drop my anchor right here. I'm gonna paddle out this way a little bit. It's hard to decide. Fellas, I think it's time for something. I wonder if y'all know what it's time for. I'm starting to get a little hungry. I think it's about Zencini Alfredo time. And put a little upper deck in. Ooh, cool mint. That's tasty. All right, guys. Battery change. One battery just died. Just caught another fish. This freaking GoPro thing is killing me, man. I'm thinking it's recording. It's not recording. I'll run into a flurry of fish. Like a school will move through by me. And I'll run into a flurry of fish. And then when I go to check it, it hasn't been recording at all. But yeah, my battery just died. I made one more cast before changing it. They're blowing up out there. You see that bird diving? Oh, there's a couple fish just came up right there. I made one more cast before changing, and then I catch another fish. So what it seems like, what I can tell, there's different humps. There's a couple, when I was paddling out here and out and about, there's a couple of random humps of grass. And it looks like a mix of milfoil and hydrilla. And these bass, what I'm assuming is that they're going from clump to clump, relating next and around the clumps of grass. I'm actually sitting right next to one. I don't know if y'all can see in the water right there, but I'm right next to a clump. And then it's a drop off to the right of me. And these fish are just using all this grass as a highway, waiting for all this bait to swim by them and coming out and ambushing. And it just so happens I'm sitting out here fan casting around all these spots. And then if I catch one, I'll make a cast in the exact same spot because there's gonna be more fish down there with them because these fish are grouped up in pairs of, I'm assuming maybe 3 up to 10 fish. Some of these schools that are coming up, there's definitely more than 5-6 fish out there feeding with them. And sometimes it's just a singular one, like that guy that just came up right in front of the yak. Honestly, I don't think I'm gonna move for a little bit because I'm just catching fish out here in the middle of freaking nowhere. It's kind of cool. I love getting on a offshore bite like this. It's fun. And who knows, there could be some big fish roaming out here. I have no idea what the big fish are doing right now. From what it looked like up shallow, I came across a bunch of beds. They didn't have any fish on them. So I'm assuming in this particular lake, the spawn's already happened. So these fish are in a post-spawn kind of mood. And I'm hoping there's going to be a big group of females that'll come through here eventually. Because there's obviously bait around here. And there are fish here. And if there's little fish, there's a chance for there to be big fish. So I have a feeling if I stick it out long enough, I'll come across a big fish. Yeah, actually, there's a bass boat. Ooh, that's a nice boat. It's a Camus. He's out here. He's like maybe 100 so on yards to the left of me doing the exact same thing I'm doing. It's funny, I was here first before he was. So technically he's on my fish. And they're blowing up. That's actually a big school of bait out there. I can see him. This guy's fishing a rattle trap. I don't know if I have any on me. That honestly wouldn't be a bad idea to throw. But I like the fact that I can bring it through this grass and not worry about getting it snagged up. And not have to sit there and freaking rip on it the whole time to get it. You know, it's a good technique. Actually, it's a really good technique, ripping rattle traps through the grass and stuff. Especially when these fish are chasing bait like they are. Very, very good technique. But it does get kind of annoying sometimes. Especially when you're fishing around a lot of grass like I am. I'm hoping the storm splits up like it looks like it's doing, and it's gonna go right around me. If it rains for like 10 minutes, I'm not gonna get off the water. Unless if there's thunder and lightning, then I'll leave. Give me one more good fishy. Let me have a good, all right, I've got, still got a little bit of time to fish. Looked like at about 3:30. Frame was gonna roll in. It's nice this wind's lied down, so I don't really have to worry about anchoring right now. Got him. There he is. Stay down. Let me put one in the boat. Let me put one in the boat. Yes. There we go, fellas. That's a chunkier fish. Really healthy. These fish are just feeding up like crazy out here. Oh, he got me wet. That butthole. Oh man, this is so fun. He freaking smoked this bait. All right, watch. I'm gonna throw back over there. I should get bit again. Get myself kind of positioned. I'm gonna throw. I should get bit. This is kind of doing the same thing. This is just fish slower. There he is. Either he's swimming towards me or he's small. Skinny guy. These are all spawned out. A lot of these are after spawning. They're skinny. They're just out here trying to get a quick meal. You know, because there's just a lot of bait out here for these guys to eat. All right, guys. Well, I think I'm going to cut the video here. Yeah, that one's starting to pick up. I might get out of here even sooner than I want to. Last cast right here. I'm gonna go ahead and call it here. Thank you for tuning in. Please like and subscribe and comment what you guys think of. Yeah, it's landing right there. I need to go. So what was I saying? Yeah, like and subscribe, watch the video up, comment and share. Let me know what y'all think, what I could do better, this and that. I hope you guys enjoyed the video, and I'll catch you at the next one. See ya.